Okay, we've been successful. We know that that works. So what's the other thing we need to do? So we say here, click a word below to see and hear it in French. So now that we have this working, we need to connect the audio file to this button, hello, so that when it is clicked, it not only shows the French text, but it also plays the audio clip for the word hello so that users will know the correct pronunciation. So let's take a look at the items in our library. So you remember earlier as I created these different folders in the library just to categorize our audio clips a little better so we can find them more easily later. So we've got this hello audio clip. Okay, this audio clip, just move this out of the way a little bit. This audio clip here, as you can see, does not have a link in ActionScript. So right now, we're unable to hook up this up to the button in order to play when it's clicked. So in order to do that, you can double click on the audio symbol here, and this is the name of the file. And what we're going to do is click the ActionScript tab and choose Export for ActionScript. And just like we did when we created the movie clips and gave them instance names, we had to create a class for those. This is hello, and we could say hello French. And then we're going to say okay. All right. So the other thing we need to do is create a variable. So when you want to play an audio file, you have to create a variable that when you call that variable in the function, it will play that audio clip. So we right now need to create a variable. So we could say variable that when hello is clicked, so we could say hello button variable. So what we want to do is we want to create a variable for this button so that when we click it, it will play a sound. So we do hello, and then we want to do a new sound, and then equals new. And then remember over here we tied this hello French class to this sound in the library. So that's what we want to reference here. So we want to say hello fr, and of course the parens end. So whenever this variable hello is called, it will create a new instance of this hello sound, which then references this MP3 file in the library. So now that we've created the variable here, we can call it from within this function. So this right here, of course, says whenever this is clicked, show this text in the dynamic text field. So we can this is something we want to happen also when the button is clicked. So we can sort of piggyback on this event listener since they're happening simultaneously. There's no need for us to create a new event listener to play this audio file. So the name of the variable is hello dot, and what do we want it to do? We want it to play. And so we're going to just create that. Okay. Test this and see what happens. So you do control and then test. All right, back to the start button, conversation, and hello. Let's see if we hear something here. Ah, we did. Bonjour to you, Pierre, as well. All right, so we've got hello. We've got the word displaying in the box. We've got it playing when we click. Perfect. As you can see, this is what you would be able to do. So you can just copy this code and do that for all the other terms that you have on the conversation. And you would do the same thing for clothing and the same thing for food. And the only other thing that I would say we could add here would be a little bit of introductory music to just put us in the spirit of France. So let's do that, and let's locate our audio. Here we go, soundtrack French. So we're going to open that. So we want to export it for ActionScript, and then we can just name it soundtrack. and click OK. So what we want to do is we're going to play this on the intro frame, and we're going to give it variable, and then sound equals new soundtrack. Oops. Okay. So variable soundtrack, sound equals new soundtrack. So we want this to play at the very beginning when this frame loads. So we're going to do soundtrack, because that's the name of the variable we just created, dot play. There we go. So let's give this a play and see what happens. Well, I don't know about you, but I'd love to be back there again with Pierre strolling along the Seine. And the next time I do go, I do hope to have a greater command of the French language through lessons like this one than I did when I went. So I hope that's given you a start on how you can create a similar vocabulary lesson in Flash. It's really, it might be a little time consuming downloading the audio files and creating the text fields and buttons, but once you've done that, the ActionScript code is fairly straightforward for getting the audio clips to play and the dynamic text to display. And I hope you've learned the importance of embedding your fonts, and also the importance of learn from your mistakes and look at your code and learn how to figure out what's going wrong and how to fix it. And as Pierre would say, au revoir.